Welcome now to the sixth part of the Dominion cards list. Now we're coming to the best cards costing 3. Rank number 11, Hermit from Dark Ages. The upper third starts with the next Dark Ages card. It has high deviation like most of the Dark Ages cards in this list and has even a second rank. Hermit had 11 votes below average. Some call it already Jack of all trades light. Trashing from your discard pile is great, especially in cursing games, and therefore even better than Jack of all trades trashing ability. It can also gain silver, but also more hermits or whatever you want for 3 coins or less. The gaining is therefore even more flexible. On the other side, it cannot defend against discarding attacks or top-decking attacks like Jack can. But it can transform into a madman. A double your hand size village, which is great on boards with plus buy and also not so great on boards with discarding attacks. So altogether it's a very versatile card. Rank number 10, Market Square Dark Ages. And here's the best placed Dark Ages card and has the lowest deviation of all Dark Ages cards in this list, with only 4 votes in the lower third and 12 votes in the lower half. Market Square is 2 ranks above Tunnel, the other gold gaining card costing 3 coins. The gold gaining is even easier to activate on average than with Tunnel, and it's a cantrip, so it doesn't hurt if you don't draw it with a trashing card. Market Square plus Masquerade is great because you can convert coppers into golds and you can still play Market Square for the cantrip plus buy if you want to. Speaking of cantrip plus buy, on every board where you want plus buy, a cantrip plus buy alone is even reason enough to get 1 Market Square. And Market Square is great as a defense against trashing cards like Swindler or Knights. Rank number 9, Scheme from Hinterlands. Scheme lost 1 rank to last year and also a decent amount of points. It was voted below average 9 times. Scheme is a cantrip and mostly don't hurt in your deck as long as you don't draw it dead. But how big is the benefit? If you're building an engine around a keycard, like Hunting Party, Scheme is very handy as you can be sure to have that card in hand nearly every turn. With plus buy, you can even buy more schemes to add to your engine. Even with a simpler strategy but a strong attack, Scheme is very nice, as it basically replaces the second copy of the strong attack card and you eliminate the possibility of colliding. As double Ambassador is already a strong opening, on those boards you really want to open Ambassador Scheme, and you can later use the Scheme to top deck another card if you want to. So it's no surprise that Ambassador Scheme is on rank number 70 on the best openings. Be aware of Minion, as Minion could completely destroy your top decking. Scrying Pool plus Scheme is good, Golem plus Scheme plus strong attack is strong, and King's Court plus Scheme is just crazy. On the other hand, in big money games or with very thin decks, Scheme is not worth a buy and you better buy silver. Rank number 8, Watchtower from Prosperity. We are crossing a gap of nearly 5 percentage points, and there's Watchtower, this year's winner in this list. It only went up 2 ranks, but it is over 10 percentage points better than last year. It even gained consensus and has only 4 votes below average with 1 big outlier. In the unweighted ranking, it would even be 1 rank higher. Watchtower is the best of the 3 reaction cards close together. It's very versatile, what makes it a great card. At first, it can draw up to 6 cards, what makes it a worst library, and is great in Hamlet, Fishing Village or Festival engines. Then it's even a smithy equivalent. Even if 2 Watchtowers collide, you can use the reaction part from the second Watchtower for the card you buy, and put the new card on top of your deck to have it in your hand in the next turn. But Watchtower is even a better defense card. The strongest attacks are cursing and discarding attacks. You can trash the gain curses immediately, and you can draw up to more than a full hand after discarding. And with one of the discarding attacks it combos too. Goons and Watchtower is great, as you can buy additional coppers or curses for victory points and can trash them immediately without clocking up. And now with Dark Ages it got a big boost. With a gainer you can trigger all the untrashed effects on gain. This allows crazy stuff like playing a goons on a familiar in turn 3 with Squire on the board, or gain a fortress with Workshop and put it directly in your hand, or remodel into a cultist just to trash it and draw 3 cards. Rank number 7, Warehouse from Seaside. Warehouse is on the same rank as last year but lost a lot of points. But it even lost more consensus with some big outliers in the lower range. It was voted 6 times below average and would be 1 rank lower in the unweighted ranking. Warehouse is the better seller. It is a very useful deck sifter. You can draw 3 cards and discard the most useless ones. It's also a card that works fine with Tunnel and of course with any attack, and it is non-terminal and can draw your terminals more often. Sea-Hack Warehouse is better than Sea-Hack Silver, for example, on 102. It's also great if you want cards together that gain strength when they collide, like Fool's Gold or Treasure Map. Because you have 1 card less in hand after you play it synergizes with draw up 2 cards, like Jack of all Trades Warehouse is better than Jack of all Trades Silver as an opener on rank 82. And you can even play it if your hand is good and discard the useless cards on top of your deck. It loses power on boards with discarding attacks, but with cursing attacks it's great. It's a great addition to any deck which isn't a terminal draw big money deck. Rank number 6, Steward from Intrigue. Now we're making a big jump of over 8 percentage points to the top cards. Steward lost a rank, but still has a higher ranking than last time. Steward's strength is its flexibility. It's one of the rare treasures that are good openers and still good later in the game, in this case for 2 coins or 2 cards. It may lead to very difficult decisions, like Stewards and 4 coppers in hand, do you want to trash or buy a gold? But either decision is strong. And it is also rare for a non-attack card that is terminal to say about, it is usually a good buy. Tournament Steward is currently the best Steward opening at 39. Rank number 5, Swindler from Intrigue. Swindler is 1 rank higher than last year and now in the top 5. It was voted on the first rank once and on the other side 3 times below average. Swindler is the 3rd attack costing 3, and this time it is a good one. It's a great opening buy and can turn the coppers of the opponents into curses. Swindler Chapel is around 81 and Tournament Swindler on 109 of the best openers. Later in the game it can turn the new good 5-cost cards into duchies. With special cards on the board, the punishing can even worse, like swindling the only potion into a treasure map, or coppersmiths, or vice versa, turning the sea-hack into a potion. But it's highly luck dependent. Both players may open Swindler, and one can turn the other Swindler into a Chancellor. Or you hit 3 coppers and turn them into curses, and your opponent hit 3 estates and turn them into estates? Bad luck. With Dark Ages, Swindler is even more luck dependent. Hitting an overgrown estate, let your opponent draw a card and trash it without replacement. Of course you can decrease bad luck by adding a spy-like attack, but most of the time it's not worth it. Beware with Peddler on the board. Trashing a province and turning into a peddler? Great. Hitting a peddler when the peddlers are out? Bad. And beware in the end game. Hitting a curse when the curse is out is suboptimal. But hitting a province and giving your opponent the last province can win or lose you the game. Rank number 4, Menagerie from Cornucopia. Menagerie is the last card in this list that didn't have first rank. But it has a better rating than last year and much more agreement. It has the 3rd least deviation in this list. It is also the first card with no rank below average. Menagerie can be very strong, a double laboratory, or only a cantrip. Okay, it only hurts when you draw a dead, but it still needs enablers, like cards that can discard, like Warehouse or Hamlet for example, or heavy trashing to get rid of your coppers, to use its full strength. Its best use may be to counter discarding attacks. After a militia or goons attacks, just play Menagerie and you have a 5-card hand again. Of course, it's also good if there are many good cards on the board you want to have, or you buy many good cards out of the black market deck. so you can maximize the possibility to have different cards in your deck. In comparison to Warehouse, it's not always a good addition to your deck, but when it is, it's so good. You definitely need luck to enable it, but you get different cards so fast, and if you get rid of your coppers, that's often the case. Rank number 3, Fishing Village from Seaside. We're in the top 3 and there's the next bigger gap of over 6 percentage points. Fishing Village has a better rating than last year, but lost consensus. Still, it's the card with the lowest deviation in this list. It has one big outlier in the lower half. What makes Fishing Village a good village, one of the best in the game? It hasn't two of the biggest problems in combination with villages. A smithy village chain may lack the money. Fishing Village gives money instead of a card. Second, you draw 2 terminals with no village in hand. Fishing Village gives also an additional action in the following turn, and therefore a total of 3 actions, minimizing the chances of not being able to play colliding terminals. So if you're definitely going to build an unstoppable engine, buy as many fishing villages as you can get. Fishing Village plus Wharf is so much superior than Smithy Village, and Fishing Village Torturer can hurt so much. You only don't want to buy it if you're going big money, because then you have basically a lighthouse if you don't use the plus actions. Fishing Village Masquerade is currently the best opening on rank 62. Rank number 2, Masquerade from Intrigue. Masquerade is another time on the second rank, and it lost a little bit in points, but especially it lost in consensus. With 9 votes on the first rank, there's no doubt on its strength. At first, it seems so harmless, at least to me. Even though it is no attack by definition, most of the times it feels like it is one. I cannot describe the power of Masquerade better than Theory did. By drawing 2 cards, Masquerade combines solid buying power with its deck thinning, thus allowing you to improve your deck along 2 axes at once. It's a hard counter to cursing attacks, so you may even choose not to go for the cursing attacks with Masquerade on the board. And if you have a discarding attack and play Masquerade afterwards, it's even a harder attack, allowing the infamous Masquerade pin. It dominates nearly all games. It's great for simple big money, and it's great in engines too, and it's a defense card against cursing. What do you want more? At Tournament, Masquerade is a number 8 in the best openings list. Rank number 1. Ambassador from Seaside. Ambassador is the number 1, and it has even the same points as last year. It was voted first by so many that there is not much doubt. Let's start Ambassador War. In some games, the ping-pong of estates and corporates is so important that you rather risk a double ambassador and colliding 2 ambassadors instead of losing the Ambassador War. Some say it's undercosted and the best attack relative to its cost. You can even buy a curse and turn Ambassador into a cursor. If you lose Ambassador War badly, there's no good chance to recover and building a good engine. But beware, don't forget building up your own economy. Your opponent is flooded with coppers and estates, but you can buy good cards too, so don't forget that. But the power is undeniable. Tournament Ambassador is 2nd, Caravan Ambassador is 7th, and Spice Merchant Ambassador 20th in the openings list, with many other good Ambassador openings to come. Double Ambassador is on 48, the overall best double opening. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it. I cannot wait to put the forecast card list up. So join me again next time when I will present you with the next part, the forecast card list. So until next time, bye.